Hey everyone, welcome back to English class. What's new? All good? Okay, so today we're gonna start a new lesson titled as Tansen. As the title suggests, this story tells us about a naughty child named as Tansen, but later he was known as the greatest musician in the country. When he was a kid, he used to make the sound of all the birds, animals, everything. And there will be many travelers in the forest, and Tansen used to make such noises to frighten them. Thus one day he met some travelers and he made the noise of some wild animals in the forest, and all the travelers got very much scared by hearing that. And here the story starts. Okay, all right, now all of you take your textbook, page number 15. In your textbook, it's lesson 5, but here I wrote that 2.1. Okay, so that means second chapter in Sem 2. Okay, Tansen. You may have heard the name of Tansen, the greatest musician of our country has produced. So, you may heard about Tansen. I think you all heard his name, and he was known as the greatest musician in the country. And a singer called Mukundan Mishra and his wife lived in Behat near Gwalior. So, what's the name of his parents? Yes, Mukundan Mishra and his wife. So, the name of Tansen's father is Mukundan Mishra. And they lived in Gwalior, Behat near Gwalior. So, have you heard this Gwalior? Where is this Gwalior? Gwalior is in MP. Madhya Pradesh. Okay, so they lived in Madhya Pradesh and Tansen was their only child. It is said that he was a naughty child often. He ran away to play in the forest and soon learned to imitate perfectly the calls of birds and animals. When he was a child, he used to go to forest to play with his friends. And from there, he learned the sound of all the birds, animals, everything. And he used to produce such noises. And whenever any travelers were traveling on that forest, by hearing the sound of this naughty boy, they all get frightened. And that was common. And what happened? And he used to imitate the sound of animals perfectly. And he was such a naughty kid, Tansen. Okay, well, if we turn the page, a famous singer named Swami Haridas was once traveling through the forest with this place. Tired, the group settled down to rest in a shady grove. Tansen saw them. So, once a group of people, that means a Swami named as Swami Haridas, and he was also a great singer, Swami Haridas. Swami Haridas and his group of people were traveling in that forest. And they are very much tired and they sat near a tree, under a tree for some rest. And who saw them? Yes, Tansen saw that group of people. Strangers in the forest, he said to himself. So, Tansen was saying to himself that, oh, strangers. And it will be fun to frighten them. He hid behind a tree and roared like a tiger. The little group of travelers scattered in fear, but Swami Haridas called them together. Don't be afraid, he said. Tigers are not always dangerous. Let us look for this one. Then Tansen started making the noise of this tiger. By hearing that noise, all the people, they were frightened. They are afraid by hearing the sound. But and after that, all the people ran away to many sides. But Swami Haridas told them, hey, don't go there. All of you just come here. Not all the tigers are that much dangerous. All of you come here. Let us look for that tiger. And they planned to watch the tiger. Suddenly, one of his men saw a small boy hiding behind a tree. There are no tigers here, master, he said, only this naughty boy. And a man in that group saw that Tansen was, yes, he was hiding near a tree and he was looking like this and he was making the noise of that tiger. Then that man told them, don't worry, it's not a tiger, it's a naughty boy who was making that noise. Don't worry. Then Swami Haridas did not punish him. He went to Tansen's father and said, your son is very naughty. He is also very talented. I think I can make him a good singer. And already I told that the Swami Haridas, he was also a great singer. And after that, Swami Haridas went to Tansen's home. And he told his parents that he is very naughty boy. But at the same time, he is very talented. he was making the noise of these animals and birds in the forest perfectly. So I can make him a great singer. Then Tansen was 10 years old when he went away with Swami Haridas. He lived with him for 11 years learning music and became a great singer. And Tansen decided to go with that great singer named as Swami Haridas. And at that time his age was 10. And he stayed with Swami Haridas long 11 years. And what all things happened? Yes, in that 11 years he learned all the music and he became a great singer. And after that, at about this time, his parents died. Mukundan Mishra's dying wish was that Tansen should visit Muhammad Ghaus of Gwalior. And Mukundan Mishra, who was that? Yes, I already told that was the name of Tansen's father. All of you note down that Mukundan Mishra. That was his father. And what is the name of that singer? That means the teacher of this Tansen. Yes, that is Swami Haridas. He learned him music 11 years. Okay, and after that, these 11 years, his parents died. But Mukundan Mishra, his father's wish, he had a great wish and his dying wish, Mukundan Mishra's dying wish was his son should meet that holy man. Who was that? Yes, Muhammad Ghaus of Gwalior. Muhammad Ghaus, that was a important person who was living in Gwalior. Gwalior means in that place. And Muhammad Ghaus was a holy man. Mukundan Mishra had long been devoted to him and often visited him. And who was that Muhammad Ghaus? He was a holy man. He was a great man who had that superpowers. And his father's wish was to, yes, my son should visit that man once. That was his dying wish. And Mukundan Mishra was he was devoted to that person. While living in Gwalior with Muhammad Ghaus, Tansen was often taken to the court of Rani Mrgnani, who was a great musician herself. And Tansen go and met that person, Muhammad Ghaus. And after that, Muhammad Ghaus and Tansen went to a famous musician called, and her name was Rani Mrgnani. And was a great musician herself. So she was also a great musician. There he met and married one of the ladies of the court. Her name is Hussaini. And in that court of that lady, that great singer, that Rani's court, he met one woman who was... Then Tansen married a woman from who was living in that court. And her name is Hussaini. And Hussaini also became Swami Haridas' disciple. Tansen and Hussaini have 5 children who were all very musical. Tansen had by this time become very famous. Sometimes he sang before Emperor Akbar, who was so impressed by him that he insisted Tansen should join his court. So what all things happened? Oh, it's too fast, right? So Swami Haridas, who was that? Yes. So first of all, Tansen went with Swami Haridas to learn the music. And after 11 years, he learned all the music and he became a great singer. And in that 11 years, his parents died. And his father had a dying wish that he should meet who was a holy man called as Muhammad Ghaus. And after that, both of them, Muhammad Ghaus and Tansen, went to the court of a famous musician called Rani. What's her full name? Yes, her full name is Rani Mrgnani. And in her court, Tansen met another woman and he married her, and her name is Hussaini. Okay, Hussaini also became the student of Swami Haridas and she also learned music and they had 5 kids. After that what happened? Yes, Tansen became a great singer, famous. And he also used to sing on the court of King Akbar. King Akbar wanted Tansen to join his court. So let's continue this story in the next class. Hope this is clear. Read the textbook. Thank you.